What's happening, guys? So we are here for the match preview of Arsenal versus West Ham at the Emirates Stadium. A game a fixture we haven't won since 2020, December 2022. Was the last time we won a competitive match against West Ham at home. That's how ridiculous it is. I don't understand it because we can go to their ground and be fine. The last time they've beaten us, I'll get into the records anyway, but they haven't beaten us at their ground in a Premier League game for quite a few years. But the other way around, the last two visits, last season 1-0, the season before that 2-0. Like, we haven't even scored against these men since we last beat them at the Emirates. But I'm personally confident enough that this will be another game where we end our poor home record against them in recent times. Yeah, the other night we did it against Olympiacos. Big up for that. Odegaard looks like he's found his feet now. I mean, I'm hoping Odegaard is going to keep doing this. And I'm hoping that the overall play that I saw against Olympiacos, I hope that's what we're going to see. I mean, the fearlessness. Yeah, it died down a little bit in the second half, but that fearlessness, we've been lacking that. And I'm gonna call it right now. Yeah, I'm putting my neck on the line, right? If Odegaard continues playing like this, I reckon he'll score a free kick this season. I'm saying that. You know what I mean? I'm saying that. You can save this.
Pokeball, go!
You can save it, do what you want with it. I'm backing Odegaard. If he keeps up this form, I'm backing him to score a free kick this season. Yeah. Something's telling me that, something like that might play out. But anyways, let's get on to the match preview of this game. So after ending a poor home run against Olympiacos in midweek, we are looking to banish more ghosts from our past when West Ham United arrive at the Emirates Stadium on Saturday at 3 p.m. as we look to move top of the Premier League table with a win. Now, bear in mind, West Ham have got a new manager in Nuno Santos. Yeah. So they're going to have the new manager bounce in full effect when it comes to playing us. So let's carry on into this. A recent thorn in our side, the Claret and Blues are responsible for half of the 4 home defeats we've tasted in our last 42 league matches in N5, and head across the capital looking to become only the second team in Premier League history to complete a hat-trick of successive wins on our own turf, and unbeaten in the last 5 away days. So who was the first? Oh, Man City. Man City would have been the first team to do that because they were pamming us, these past few years. But yeah. However, for the second time in 3 league matches, we are facing opponents under new management. Nuno Espirito Santo handed the keys to the London Stadium last week. At the other end of the spectrum, Mikel Arteta wants to see his 300th game as our boss end with a 4th straight victory across all competitions and bring this Hammers hoodoo to an end. So yeah, obviously the first game of facing the team that had a new manager was Forest, where Nuno was sacked from, or left, whatever you want to call it. So obviously Graham Potter, he's I don't need to read about Graham Potter. So the press conference, Arteta says, we want to continue to play on floor and dominate games in the manner that we are doing. And it's going to be a key fixture. In the last 2 seasons, we had 2 defeats against them here. It's something we need to put right, and tomorrow's another opportunity to do that. I don't get why when we go to their ground, we could slap these man. I don't know. Maybe it's the big spacious stadium. I think that just suits us. But then again, we've always had a thing of going to West Ham and scoring, quite a few goals there. I'll get into the head-to-heads in a second. I remember when Cazorla, did we beat them 5-1 as well? And that was at Upton Park, and Cazorla scored that screamer. We used to tear these, man. And we, to be honest, we still do. We still do tear these, man. But at home, if they're going to do anything in recent times, it's at home. I remember 2015-16 season, they beat us 2-0 on the first game of the season, which was a home game. It was at Emirates, facing West Ham, and they beat us 2-0. Yeah. I was in Malia. I remember that. I remember watching it. And yeah, 2-0. It's like, what the hell? What was that all about? And we drew 3-3 at their gaff that same season. I think that was their first season having the stadium that they've got now. I think that was their first season having it. But we drew 3-3. And then the season after, we smoked them 5-1 when man like Alexis Sanchez scored a hat-trick. But yeah, we know Nuno really well and the way he sets up his team. So we expect a really tough match. We are going to demand a game 3 days later, come back and have the same performance to win the game. So I won't get into what Nuno's been saying because at the end of the day, where Arsenal will focus main on us. The team news. So Gabriel came off in the 75th minute against Olympiacos on Wednesday, and Arteta admitted there is no long-term damage. It's still in the balance as to whether Gabi will line up in the back line. Piero Hincapié is still struggling with a groin issue, but could return after the international break. Madueke, Havertz, and Jesus all remain out with knee injuries. So they've got Thomas Soucek suspended for this game because of his red card against Tottenham, and George Earthley has picked up a hamstring injury that will see him sidelined for at least a month. So we have won 6 of our last 8 Premier League matches and have more points, 19, than any other side since the start of this run in May. West Ham have lost just one of the last 5 Premier League away games, with all of their last 10 points in the competition coming away from home. We have lost 3 of our last 5 games against the Hammers in all competitions, 1-2, as many defeats in our previous 33. West Ham are looking to become only the second side to win 3 successive Premier League away games against us after Manchester City, yeah, it was Man City, who won 6 between March 2018 and February 2023. That is insane. Man City is like 6, That's madness. None of the last 5 Premier League meetings between us and the Irons have been won by the home side. Yeah, that's crazy. That we beat each other at each other's gaff. That's weird. West Ham have lost more Premier League London derbies than any other side, 134, suffering 8 defeats in their last 11, conceding 27 goals in that time. Bukayo Saka has been involved in 8 goals across his last 7 league appearances against West Ham, 4 goals, 4 assists, 5 of which have come in his last 3 goals, 2 assists. Eberiche Eze has 5 goal involvements in his first 5 league games against West Ham, 2 goals, 3 assists. Jarrod Bowen has been involved in 11 goals in his last 12 Premier League appearances, scoring 8 and assisting 3. He's also scored 5 career goals against Arsenal. Oh, Michael Oliver's on the VAR. Michael Oliver's on the VAR. That prick. Jesus.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
What?
we'll see how that goes. But big up to Andy anyway. Happy Halloween, he says, from my cat to your dog. I don't have any pets. No one finds us scary except Terry Flewers. Arsenal scare me. I haven't watched his stuff in recent times, but it wouldn't surprise me if he's going back on the whole scary thing again. But big up to High End. Big up to Godfrey in the building. Big up YG, hope you're good. Yep, I'm all good. High End says play Mosquera or Calafurious at left centre back. Don't want no chances for long-term injury. Yeah, I know. And I'm going to get into the team that I think we should put out as well. Facts, they should be more comfortable playing against West Ham. So, Boxing Day belter. So, recent visits from the Hammers. You know, the 3-1 win against West Ham, Boxing Day 2023. That's the last time we beat them there. The East End has also provided festive gloom back in December 2023 when they won 2-0 at the Emirates. Yeah. And the thing is, before that, in the Cup, in the EFL Cup, the beat is at their ground 2-1, something like that. Or 3-1. But we're going to get into that. Let me just go into the injury updates on, and I think I read them all anyway, really. But yeah, I don't need to read that. Pretty much read it on here. So we've got a 76% win probability to West Ham's 9. So I'm on the Flash Score website now. And we know what players aren't going to play. West Ham have lost 3 of the last 5, winning 1, drawing 1. Arsenal have won 4 of the last 5, drawing 1. So it's going to the head-to-heads here now. So the last 5 against West Ham sees West Ham win 3 and Arsenal win 2 because it's accounting for all competitions. So obviously the last time we played West Ham, which was here as well at the Emirates, we lost 1-0. Before that, we beat them 5-2 at their ground. Before that, we smoked them 6-0 at their ground. You know, when Rice scored that screamer against you. Yeah, remember when Rice slapped it side bins against you, man. Yeah, on his return back to that shite stadium. You know what I mean? EastEnders FC. Before that, West Ham beat us 2-0 at the Emirates Stadium. And before that, in the EFL Cup, West Ham beat us 3-1 at their ground in the EFL Cup. And then before that, we drew 2-2 at West Ham. That's when, we bottled the title. That started the bottling of the title. Before that, we beat them 3-1, which is the last time we won at the Emirates Stadium against them. So before that, we beat them 2-1 at West Ham. And then before that, we beat them 2-0 at the Emirates. So this is going back to 2021, 2022 now. So there's a 3-3 in 2021. So let me go back to, so the last time West Ham beat us in the league at their ground, I think that's the one when Rice scored in 2019. I think that's the one when Rice scored. Yeah, Declan Rice scored against us in 48 minutes. 48th minute, I remember that game. And that was when he was playing as a centre-back. That was the last time they've beaten us at their ground in the league. So let me go back. That EFL Cup game where we won 1-0, I went to that game. Welbeck scored. I went to that game. So let me just go back. So there's one, the 5-1 there. That's in December 2016 when we slapped them 5-1. Before that, that was 2016-17 season. So that 2-0 win there, and then we drew 3-3. I think that season was their first. That was our first visit at their the ground that they're at now, isn't it? Oh no. That was their last. That was our last game at Upton Park. Then that 3-3. That same season, which means I just want to be exact with this. So yeah, so the 5-1. I think the 5-1 was our first visit there. Yeah, London Stadium. Yeah, our first game playing them at that ground was when. Oh no, Sanchez didn't score. Yeah, he scored a hat trick. Yeah. I'm gonna say he did score a hat trick. Yeah, see, yeah. That's when this last goal where he did a step over and then lifted it over the keeper. That was bad boy. That one. That was bad boy. But yeah. So the score prediction I'm going for this game, I'm going with Arsenal 2, West Ham 1. I'm going to give them a goal, and they've got it in them. But I really want to say a 2-0 win. But there's no excuse. Like there's no excuse. We know about the recent home record against West Ham, but fam, we need to overcome that now. Just like we did Olympiacos. There's a title to try and win here. This manager's got nowhere to hide. Yeah. So in terms of the team that I will put out, Godfrey's going with 3-0. I want to put it higher, but you know, West Ham will new manager bounce and all that shit. You know what I mean? But in terms of the team, we know Rye's going to be in goals, so that's a given. I'd start Timber at right back. The thing is, well, Ben White, I know he started the other night, but Ben White, he when you've had Timber at right back for so long and then you put Ben White back in, I don't know, you just see the shift in levels. So Timber, Saliba, and Mosquera, or Calafiori and Skelly at left back. I probably put Saliba and I probably put Calafiori because Calafiori didn't play the other night. So I'd put Calafiori at left centre back and then Skelly as. But then again, that's all the left backs on the pitch if you think about it. So the manager wouldn't do that anyway. So it's probably going to be Mosquera and Saliba and then maybe Calafiori at left back as usual. And then the midfield three, I would bench Zubimendi. I'd have Rice as our 6. And then I'd have Odegaard and Eze in that middle. And then, you know, Gyökeres in the middle. Saka and Martinelli. So I'll probably go with that. I'll go with that. And I'd say that team, there's no that if that team lines up, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. But I don't want to see Zubimendi, Rice, and Moreno together. I don't want to see that. Yeah. So he better not go back to his cowardice ways, because if he does, you know, we know what time it is, don't we? You know what I mean? We will know what time it is if he's doing that. If that's what he's gonna roll with. See what I'm saying? But yeah, there's no watch along for the game tomorrow, but I will be keeping up with the game. I will be, I can't guarantee a smooth sailing stream, so I ain't gonna bother with a watch along. But I am gonna be watching the game. But I'll be back for the match reaction. I don't know if I'll go live with it or if I'll pre-record it. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. But yeah, I might just pre-record it because I am going to be doing quite a lot of watch-alongs this season, you know, across all competitions. So, you know, you will be seeing me live often enough. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to leave it here for review. So I'm going with 2-0. Let me just have a look at the Premier League fixtures for this weekend. just to see, just so I know where we're at. We've got Bournemouth and Fulham playing tonight. So Leeds and Tottenham at 12:30. Chelsea Liverpool's at 5:30. So yeah, Chelsea Liverpool at 5:30. It's only Arsenal, West Ham, Man United, Sunderland. It's a 3:00 kickoff. So the Super Sundays is Villa, Burnley, Everton, Palace, Newcastle, Forest, Wolves, Brighton, and then Brentford, Man City. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting weekend, and yeah, we've got international break after this weekend of games, and I'm on holiday for the duration of the international break. So you know, from next week, man's gonna be living it up in the sun. You get. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'll be back for the match reaction tomorrow afternoon. Whether it'll go up straight away or not, it just depends. But we'll have to see anyway. Anyways, like the stream, share, comment, subscribe. The QR code is there. That's to my Instagram. So just in case y'all aren't following Instagram, because Instagram, next to YouTube, Instagram's the next most reliable social media site to get me on. So QR code's there. It is what it is. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.